So if you're among those Nigerians that lost millions of naira in that Ponzi scheme called CBEX, relax, all hope might not be lost. Or maybe you know somebody that lost their money in that Ponzi scheme. Relax. The EFCC in conjunction with Interpol are doing everything possible to make sure that you recover your money. Now, this is where everything gets dicey. It might not actually go as straight as many Nigerians would think. Let me explain. Now, before I go into details on how your money can possibly be recovered, this is what you need to take note. Many Nigerians invested in this CBEX Ponzi scheme because, according to them, CBEX told them that they have been clarified by the EFCC. They even showed a certificate of EFCC clarification to people, and also told their investors that they are registered under CAC. So many Nigerians invested because the so-called Ponzi scheme is registered under EFCC and also CAC. So that gave a lot of Nigerians confidence that this might actually be legit. Although many Nigerians do not actually think about the negative part of those people promising them 100% ROI at the end of the day, which it is almost impossible that no business can promise you ROI of 100% every month. Anyway, don't also forget that it will be a big lie if the CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, should tell you that they do not know about all this, because there's no way such kind of huge amount of transaction will be carried out without CBN knowing or ever questioning where this transaction is going to. So CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, cannot totally ignore or deny that they don't know about it. And the EFCC cannot also say that they do not know that such thing was going on, even though it was going on in background before it eventually crashed. Now that the whole thing has crashed, the EFCC is also saying that they warned Nigerians about this. Then anyway, if they say they warned Nigeria about this, who actually gave the CBS certificate which they were using to operate or convince Nigerians to invest? Anyway, to my own understanding or information, I never saw any publication or any warning by the EFCC warning Nigerians against any Ponzi scheme, especially that of CBS. The only warning we saw, which I also brought to Nigerians, was from the Security and Exchange Commission of Nigeria, warning Nigerians that Ponzi scheme is now a crime in Nigeria. That in fact, if you invest in Ponzi scheme, or maybe you advertise for them, or you run a Ponzi scheme in Nigeria, you can go to 10 years imprisonment or 20 million naira fine. In a case where they don't even like you, you can do both. I also brought you guys the video here. In fact, to refresh your memory, this is the video.
The days of Ponzi, insider trading, and market manipulations are over. Today, if you are caught in a Ponzi market arrangement, you have a risk of going to jail for 10 years and also pay a fine of over 20 million naira to 40 million naira, and all the money that you took from people will also be recovered from you.
Now, what is the implication of all this thing now? EFCC is saying that they warned you people. Now, EFCC is also assuring you that they are collaborating with the Interpol to make sure that many people recover their money. Now, this is another coin to that issue. The Nigerian government has banned Ponzi scheme in Nigeria, meaning that if the Security and Exchange Commission of Nigeria should take up this case, everybody who invested in that Ponzi scheme and those who advertise it and those who run it, they all risk 10 years imprisonment. In fact, most of them also risk paying 20 million naira fine and also paying back all the profits or the money they made from that. Now, let's talk about the emotional stability of those who lost their money in that Ponzi scheme called CBEX. I've heard somebody saying that, oh, pity them, it is because of Nigerian situation, that is why they put their money. In fact, listen to this brother.
So most of you mocking these guys who invested their hard-earned money into CBEX. Most people invested their life savings into CBEX. They were just trying to survive. If this country was actually better, if our government had done better, most Nigerians will not fall for this Ponzi scheme.
So this bros is so concerned about the emotional state or the feelings of those who lost their money. Of course, it is not easy to lose millions of naira to a business or Ponzi scheme, but it is more wise or wisdom that you lost such amount of money to a legit business. Now, let me break it down. You that have up to 500,000 naira, because those who have been hearing that lost money in that Ponzi scheme among millions. I've heard 20 million, I've heard 30 million, 40 million. In fact, the least I think I've heard was 200,000 naira. If you are in this economy, you are in this Nigeria, and you have 200,000 naira to greedily invest in a Ponzi scheme that promises you 100% ROI at the end of the month. Two things: you are either greedy or maybe you have potential of stealing. Because anything that make you to hustle and get up to 200 to 500, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, even 20 million naira in this country, you are living above at least 40% of Nigerians who live below 500,000 naira, meaning that you can be categorized as a middle class. If possible, you are a rich man. So a rich man that has 20 million naira to invest in a Ponzi scheme that failed, and you say we should not talk to them anyhow. In fact, we should pity them that the country is hard. Country is not hard to anybody who has 20 million naira in this economy right now. You can rather invest in a credible or more verified business, which will give you a gradual profit at the end of the day, not ojukoko or greedily want to double your money in a month. Of course, you know that any business or any investment opportunity that promise you 100% of ROI at the end of the month, it's a big fraud. And you that agree to do that, you are the bigger fraud. Now, one of the devastating news about all this whole Ponzi scheme that just recently crashed about the CBS and all that is a lady that just came back from abroad, I think from one of those hustling countries, and invested everything she made in that. Anyway, listen to her.
Okay, we heard that you made money in Libya.
Yes, I go to Libya to work. No work, fighting, see my hand, fighting, everything for Libya. I come back. My labor told me if the program is on stand now, on ground now, if you do it, it will help me. Then I should go and find the money. The small money I bring from Libya, I join now. Yeah, I should do it. I don't want to do it. Yeah, if the money is there, the labor, he collect the money. I see the money, the labor he collect. He say I should join it. If you join it, if you do the money times 2, then I do it.
Or should I also remind you that a lot of people even went to Mecca to pray that the money they invest in CBS should yield a bigger return for them. Imagine to go and pray that your Ponzi scheme should work. In case you don't know how Ponzi scheme work, it works in using Peter to pay Paul, then use James to. I think I've explained this thing before. At the end of the day, it's the person that invests last that will cry last. Remember, 1 hour before that CBS crashed, people were still in their office registering. Oh, should I also refresh your memory that this is not the first time this thing is happening in Nigeria? Remember the time of MMM that some people even organized a party thanking and celebrating that MMM will pay them. Oh, you are doubting me? Watch this. Now, in conclusion, if you think this is the worst that can ever happen to Nigeria in a Ponzi scheme, I think you should think again, because it's just a matter of 6 months or to 1 year. Another one will come and Nigerians will, go there and invest again, because Nigerians, they know they're tired. They have the spirit of, retrying and retrying and retrying, because some people will also tell you that CBS chop my money, make I chop this one money. Anyway, at the process of trying to chop this one money, that thing will chop their own money. Nigerians know they give up. They are so resilient. Nigerians are so resilient and go-getters. At the end of the day, we are so intelligent that we are foolish enough to invest to where it will go down the drain. Anyway, I won't say more than this. I think I've said enough. Tell me what you think about this whole Ponzi scheme of a thing in the comment section. Do you think the EFCC and the Interpol have any chance of recovering their money? But then, if you think so, please tell me in the comment section. But if you don't think so, do not forget to
enjoy your weekend.
EFCC Nigeria.